Hi everybody, it's Jillian Schleger. I'm here with a card. This is the SCEO Earn Like a Boss card from the Oracle deck that I created, and this has an anchor statement on it. I wanted to talk to you about and do an exercise around this anchor statement. And whatever affirmation or mantra that you are using to create your reality, I'd invite you to check in to see if that is working for you, or if it's creating what you desire or destroying what you desire. And we can do this really easily just by tapping in, going into our alpha state, which is just a light meditative state. So we're typically in beta brainwave all the time. So come down into alpha. Just take a few deep breaths. Think of somebody that you love. Think of something that you love. Think of an animal, a pet, a place, a person, a pen. It doesn't really matter. Think of something or someone that you're grateful for. Just for 20 seconds, just sit in that gratitude. And I'm going to read you this anchor. Now, I use the word anchor instead of affirmation or mantra. You can use whatever you desire. This anchor is from the Align card. This is probably flipped backwards. Sorry about that. This says, each abundant thought builds on the last to create a bridge from where I am to where I desire to be. So think about that for a second as you're sitting in gratitude, as you are thinking about something, someone, someplace that you are grateful for, and you're sitting in that beautiful alpha state. Listening, feeling into your breath. And now I want you to feel into that anchor. Each abundant thought builds on the last to create a bridge from where I am to where I want to be or where I desire to be. Feel into that and ask, from 0 to 10, how aligned, how much is that creating for you? How much could that create for you? So we often have rules, expectations, points of view, beliefs that are keeping us safe. So are there enough beliefs behind the scenes in your subconscious mind? Are there enough beliefs that can work with that anchor or affirmation to create what you desire to have in your reality? Or are there beliefs, rules, expectations, the programs running in your reticular activating system, in your subconscious mind, that are destroying what you want to create in your reality? And we can view this as a whiteboard out in front of you, or you can muscle test it with a pendulum. I muscle test with a pendulum often, but I also work with this whiteboard. So I envision a whiteboard out in front of me. I teach my clients and students to do the same. Picture a whiteboard out in front of you, and on the right side of the whiteboard, I'm trying not to point because I'm backwards. On the right side is where things have enough energy and momentum to create in your reality. On the left side is the momentum of destruction. And this destruction is to keep us safe, right? These are rules, boundaries, limitations, beliefs, expectations, points of view, judgments that are there to keep us safe. They're programmed into our brain, into our minds, and they're programs that are running to keep us safe. So if you think about what you want to create right now, think of one thing that you want to create. There may be many things, but just one. Pick one. Feel into that thing that you want to create. Now, I work with entrepreneurs, spiritual entrepreneurs, So they typically want to create that next income goal. 10K months, 70K months, 10 new clients, their first client, right? So if you think of that one thing that you desire right now, and think of this whiteboard, the right side is creating, the left side is destroying. Are the beliefs running in the background of your mind, of your subconscious? Is your reticular activating system that is in your noggin, it's actually there, is it programmed to look for things that will help create that or help destroy that? So thinking back into this anchor, each abundant thought builds on the last to create a bridge from where I am to where I desire to be. If you took that anchor for the next 5 to 7 days, and if you used that, if you repeated that, if you wrote it on a sticky note, if you took a screenshot, I think this is backwards, right? I think it's backwards. But if you wrote that down, I'll write it in the comments after I'm done the live. I'll write it down so you can grab it. If you wrote this down on a sticky note, on a piece of paper, and put it on your bathroom mirror, put it on your door, put it on your mirror in your bedroom or your office, or put it in your kitchen, on the cupboards in your kitchen. If you put it as many places as you can so that you were repeating it over and over and over again, check in with this whiteboard. If you did that, if you repeated it at least 10, 20 times a day, would that create for you, or would it destroy something for you? And I'm often reminded, I tell the story often, about, I think it was Neville Goddard. And he, I think it was the 1950s, correct me if I'm wrong, if y'all know this story. He had posted posters inviting people to talk about the law of attraction and manifesting on a Sunday in this old theater. So when people came to the theater, he talked to them and he said to them, I want you to come back next week, and this following week, I want you to do 2 things. 1, I want you to write on a piece of paper, many different pieces of paper, and post this paper all around your house. And this paper will say, I will not climb a ladder. Funny, I know, I'll get to the point. I will not climb a ladder. So they're writing this down on a piece of paper, on different pieces of paper, and putting this piece of paper up in their homes. So they looked at it every single day, multiple times a day. When they were brushing their teeth, they looked at a piece of paper that said, I will not climb a ladder. When they were making their coffee or tea, they looked at the cupboard and there was a poster saying, or a piece of paper saying, I will not climb a ladder. And then he said the second thing that he wanted them to do in this next week was, as they laid in bed, every night before they fell asleep, they would imagine themselves climbing a ladder. And they would see the rung, and they would grab that one rung and put their foot up, then grab the other one, and they would continue that motion in their mind of, I'm climbing a ladder. They would see themselves, they would imagine themselves. So the next week came, and the people came back, and a lot of the people said, I'm sorry, you told us to write down, I will not climb a ladder, and you told us to look at this piece of paper and put several pieces of paper all around our homes saying, I will not climb a ladder, and I'm sorry, I don't know what happened, but 3 days or 5 days into doing this exercise, I climbed a ladder. out of the blue, my aunt phoned me that she needed me to do something. So I went over, she said, I can't reach that. Here's the ladder. Can you get that for me? And, you know, they were halfway up the ladder when they said, oh, I'm climbing a ladder. I'm not supposed to climb a ladder, right? But the technique, that training, was to show them that your imagination beats everything else. Your imagination is so powerful. So I'm laughing at myself because I'm like, oh yeah, because I've been thinking of something lately. Your imagination is so powerful. It's important that you imagine what you want. It's important for you to imagine what you want. So it's important for you to imagine that these abundant thoughts that you have are building the bridge from where you are to where you desire to be. Einstein, I believe, said imagination is more important than knowledge. Imagination is so powerful. So comment below let me know what you're going to be imagining this next week. Let me know if you did test this, if you tested the percentage of alignment with this, if you tested whether or not this was or could create for you versus destroy. Comment below and let me know what you got. And I want to invite you, if this stuff is up your alley, if you love talking about law of attraction and manifesting, I'm hosting a program called Manifesting in Your Sleep. Yeah. That teaches more tools like this to get you to manifest, not just in your sleep, but manifest deeper, on a deeper level, with far more ease, with far more joy than you had in the past. It doesn't have to be hard. You don't hustle. There isn't force or push. This is all about ease, manifesting in your sleep. So if you are interested in knowing the details about this program, it's a 2-month program with me, and it's actually more than 90% off the price of my regular programs. If you're interested in learning more details about manifesting your sleep, comment Z down below, and I will send you a message and send you information. Don't forget to repeat this anchor statement, and don't forget to create like you mean it. In the next video, I'm going to be sharing more tools and tips that will teach you how to witness, how to work with your body to create faster, to see results faster. And that's what we're here for, right? We're not here just for wishful thinking. We're here for results. You're here with a message. You're here with your gifts to share with the world. You want your gifts to be seen and heard and acknowledged, and to help those other people that it can help. So create like you mean it, and we'll get those gifts seen by those who need to see it. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.